course, I'm not alone here at the Peter Mokaba Stadium. I'm also joined by my colleague Pimani Baloy, and I understand that she has a guest with her. Pimani, what's happening on your side of the stadium?
Good morning, my colleague Natasha, and good morning to our SABC News viewers. Indeed, from one end of the Peter Mokaba Stadium to just yet another, where we bring you live coverage. As you can see behind me, supporters of the Economic Freedom Party fighters are filling up the Peter Mokaba Stadium in Polokwane ahead of that address at this last Chela Tupa rally by the EFF, where they expect the party leader Julius Malema to address them for the first time ahead of that Wednesday election. But to speak more about today's festivities, I'm joined by the provincial chairperson of the EFF here in Limpopo, Ms. Chidizi Maraga. Well, Maraga, thank you so much for your time. To start with, Limpopo is one of the areas where the EFF performed best in comparison to other provinces in the last 2019 elections, where you are the official opposition. Going into this election, are you confident that you currently have 7 MPLs in the legislature? Are you confident that you will be able to maintain this, raise the margin? Where's your confidence level?
Yeah, definitely, Pimani. We are going to increase more votes, and we are probably aware that we are going to make it in the legislature. We are going to make it in the national. I can assure you our election machinery are ready, more than the word itself. Come Monday, the special voting, we are going to make it. We are ready. We want to unseat this government because we are very much tired of the corruption that is happening in the Limpopo province.
Juju's Valley has been trending for days now since that Sunday incident, but this was led by you losing Ward 10 in the Polokwane municipality. Are you seeing there is a decline in your support base in this province? And you know, if it declines here, it might also lead to a nationwide decline because you depend on Limpopian votes.
Yeah, let me tell you that losing that Ward 10 in this issue doesn't mean that we are going to lose the election. That was the thing that made us to go and to the drawing board and to see how can we make it that in the incoming elections, what is it that we are going to do so that we achieve the way how we expected. Then one thing more, you talked about the Juju Valley. Talking about the Juju Valley, you know that is the land that our president Julius Malema took back for our people of Limpopo, the marginalized and the poor. Then those who were there were trying, just the chance takers. That Juju Valley belongs to the EFF and nothing else.
What's your last minute appeal to the Limpopo voters specifically ahead of this rally? Because Wednesday is here, Monday is here, the special vote. What's your last minute appeal?
We want to assure the Limpopo citizen that you know that EFF is not starting. We are going to finish. We have started building houses for the people of Limpopo. We have started drilling water for them. So we are saying let them give us vote on the 27, 28 and the 29 so that we finish and then we make sure that we provide it fully service delivery to the citizen of Limpopo.
As you can hear, Criselda, the stadium is quite a buzz of activity. The party is keeping some of its supporters entertained ahead of that stadium. But part of the people who are in this stadium is not just EFF supporters and members. There's other political parties that are specifically not contesting this upcoming election, but have contested municipal elections and are represented in some municipal councils. One of them is the leader of the African Freedom Party, Mr. Ronnie Shai, and I bring him in now, Criselda. Mr. Shai, thank you so much for your time. You are here as the leader of the AFP. Why are you here?
I'm here because I invited by economic freedom fighters to be here, and as African Freedom Party we really appreciate. And economic freedom fighter is only political party that invite the other political parties.
Are you endorsing the EFF? Are you telling your supporters to vote for the EFF?
100% correct, because what I want to I tell my support from African Freedom Party to follow EFF. As our organization is not registered to 2024 election, then we go with EFF, so EFF can win 50+1, so it can try to control our government.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ranishai. Criselda, I'm not sure if you can hear us at all because it is quite noisy here in the Peter Mokaba Stadium as musicians continue to entertain EFF supporters ahead of that delivery by Mr. Malema. We are told he'll deliver that speech at around 12, but at this point, supporters have filled up the stadium. Everybody seems to be here, but there's still some empty seats. So as the day progresses, we will be speaking to these supporters and other people that are here. Criselda?
Well, Pimani is actually right. It's quite a hive of activity coming to you from the stands here. And of course, EFF members and supporters are listening to the sounds here of pleasure at Samanyalo. But let's just speak to the EFF supporters and what they expect to hear from the party leader, the final marching orders, as we're just 4 days away from those polls. Let's just speak to this guest. Hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, my love. So where are you coming from and what do you expect to hear from Julius Malema as he delivers his rally, his final message at this rally?
I'm from Polokwane, Step Park, Ward 21, and I'm representing the LGBTQ community, and I'm expecting for Julius to encourage more people to vote for the EFF, vote for change, Buga, Vela, Vota.
Why do you think the EFF is the party of choice?
Because it encourages change, and we want change as the youth, as the South Africans. So I believe everyone should vote for us, for EFF, if we really want change.
You look at the EFF manifesto and they promise a lot of things. They promise to create 4 million jobs through forming and establishing a state-owned housing and roads company, amongst other things. Do you think that this is a reality and this could happen?
I believe a lot of the things that they promise are going to happen because I've seen some of the things they're actually doing them.
So how has the EFF personally changed your life as a member of the LGBTIQ community?
Personally, they've hosted LGBT pride events, and they've also supported us in situations where we've been castrated and judged, and they've always been there to help us. So they are very much supporters of us LGBTQI+ members.
Are you registered to vote? Will you be voting?
Yes, absolutely.
And of course you'll be voting for EFF?
Absolutely.
Because you're from here, do you think that the EFF will take over as the main party here? We know that the EFF is the main opposition here in Limpopo.
Yeah, I believe so, because since our president is from Limpopo, I believe and hope that we're going to win the province.
What do you think about the levels of intolerance, political intolerance, especially as we head to the polls? We saw what happened at Juju Valley.
Oh yeah, that was very unfortunate. I think some things, I wish they wouldn't happen, but some things happen, fights get too, so I wish that didn't happen, but it's sad. But I guess it's part of the fight. We win and we lose, and sometimes things get bad.
Talking about winning and losing, if the EFF doesn't win this year, what happens?
I guess we'll just have to try it again. We'll just keep fighting. We're fighters, we don't stop. So if we don't win, we try again. But I'm hoping and I'm believing that we're going to win.
Thank you so much. Well, this young EFF supporter saying that they are indeed fighters and they will fight to the end. Of course, when the country heads to the polls on the 29th of May, of course, the EFF having its Phela Thupa rally. Loosely translated, they want to whip their opponents come the 29th of May. But of course, as SABC News, we'll toss back to the studio and bring you the live updates of what's happening here in Polokwane at the Peter Mokaba Stadium.
All right, thank you very much indeed. Natasha Piri, who is live to us from the Peter Mokaba Stadium. That's where the EFF is holding its Phela Thupa rally, which is taking place there.